The definition of winter goes as such. It is the season between autumn and spring, comprising in the northern hemisphere, usually in the months of December, January, and February, or is reckoned astronomically, extending from the December solstice to the March equinox. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's your host, Subject 151, coming to you with the first real episode in my subject series, in which we talk about random subjects. And on today's topic list is winter. Winter fucking sucks, let's be honest. Come on. We have spring, autumn, summer, and winter is like that weird uncle you barely ever see in your family. And he's got a few cool things about him, but in general, he's just a fucking weirdo. So why does winter specifically suck? Well, think about it for a little bit. It gets really cold and frozen liquids fall from the sky. Not that fun for me. Personally, I'm the kind of guy who really likes it when it's sunny, and my mood sort of depends on how the time is. So when it's all gray outside and dull, I'm sort of the same on the inside. Now, some might say, well, we have snow, and snow is fun, right? Well, snow is fun to a degree, and I can understand if you can have fun while making a snowman or having snowball fights and all that. But that also has its own age of expiration when that stops being really fun and more just becomes a nuisance. Now, I was never the kind of kid who liked snow. It may stem from the fact that when I was very young, I got hit by a snowball in the face, making my nose bleed quite a lot. And being very young, that might have opened me up to hating winter more than the average person. But, well, I don't think I'm that kind of guy who would just stand away from winter just because of that one reason. I think I hate winter because it's just one of those seasons that requires you to do so many more things than you have to do in any other. Really, when you're in any other season, be it spring, autumn, or summer, you don't have that much to do, especially if you're just a high school student like me. I really don't have that much to do except really study. And some might say, well, that's a lot because you got tests and all that. But come on, that's a part of your life if you live in a civilized part of the world. Now, however, when you enter winter, suddenly there's this whole huge extra baggage that comes along with winter. Winter isn't just the season. Winter is that really fucking heavy jacket you have to wear. And I don't know about you, but I hate wearing really big jackets. You know why? Because I feel really immobile. Like, have you ever, after a long period of summer, you've been wearing only shorts and a shirt, and maybe you wrap a little vest around your waist so you have it just in case it's really cold once you're coming home late at night? And then a cold fucking day of autumn comes and you freeze your fucking ass off and you have to wear this huge jacket and you feel like you're fat. I don't know. I'd assume that's how fat people feel because I just feel slow and immobile in those things, and I really dislike thick and big winter jackets. Plus, that's not it. You don't have to just wear a thick jacket and gloves and a hat, and even though hats make me look stupid, so I can't wear that, so my ears have to freeze. But let's exclude all of that. When you're a kid, when you're very young, you probably have some extra chores like shovel out the snow or clean the car of any frost and such. But that sort of dissipates the older you get. But when you're in high school, you kind of sometimes have to deal with that if you're outside with your parents and then, well, there's frost on the car and you're not just going to sit in the car like a dick and wait for your dad or mom to clean it. You're going to help them. And that sucks that you have to just get out your car and scrape that shit, especially if it's the really hard, thin layer that no matter how much you scrape, it just won't come off. And it's like an extra 15 minutes of work. And it wouldn't be that bad if it wasn't like -12 outside and your ass is freezing. And guess what? You probably forgot your gloves, so your hands are also turning purple from the cold. So yeah, that sucks. But that's not all that you have. God forbid you have a younger brother or sister and then you have to take care of them while they go outside and play and do something in the snow and you're just stuck out there freezing. And if you're anything like me, you're very much so a summer person and enjoy, just wearing a short shirt or maybe some button-up shirt and some short pants and you're done with it, you know. You can't do that during winter. And that fucking sucks so much. But there are some benefits to winter, I guess. Snowball fights, if you outnumber your enemy, can be kind of fun, but that's really all there is to it. But really, summer is better in every single way, shape, or form. We've already covered the topic that you have to wear less, but if you're a man, you probably enjoy summer for a number of other reasons, particularly because of the ladies and what they wear. During winter, come on, girls get a little bit on the heavier side because, come on, everybody does, but they wear big jackets and it's just like they're showing nothing off. And if you're a guy, that's kind of like, you don't really notice it because it's always been your whole life like that. But during summer, you definitely notice a little bit more. And yeah, especially if you're single and not taken, you notice those things hell of a lot more. Now, I don't know how many of you who are listening to this video are physically active, but I like to stay physically fit and active. And it kind of sucks when you go running outside and it's negative 12 degrees. And no matter how many layers you put on, no matter how many scarves and face shields and things you put on your face, eventually there'll be some spit. Eventually there'll be some snot that will come out your nose or mouth and it will freeze. And it will hurt. And even if that doesn't happen, you have to breathe in the cold, sharp air that's very dry usually. And since I'm also unfortunate enough to have very sensitive capillaries in my nose, I oftentimes get nosebleeds in the middle of my runs, which sucks even more dick. And on top of all of these issues that winter has brought along with itself, I've been kind of blessed that I don't get sick quite often. And when I do, it's usually very short because my immune system's pretty strong and I bounce back. But my sister, for example, really isn't. She gets sick very easily, and every single winter there's bound to be at least 3 colds that keep her out of college. Guaranteed. Always 3 colds or more. But this summer I also fell under the reign of a cold, and it sucked. It sucked. I hate clogged noses the most because you just can't breathe. Because if you have a sore throat, at least you can breathe. Sure, you like, what do you do more? Swallow, spit, or breathe? You breathe more. So clearly, having a jammed nose, it sucks. And you might say, well, it doesn't suck that much. That's because you don't have a jammed nose right now. If you had a jammed nose right now, you'd say, God, these things fucking suck. But you wouldn't say that if you had a jammed nose. You wouldn't say, oh, it's just a jammed nose. You'd be bitching how it sucks, because it does suck a lot. But yeah, winter comes with so much baggage, and I just don't understand people who like winter. For example, my father loves winter, and I just don't understand it. I don't. We used to go skiing quite often before when I was a kid, and when I could before I broke my knee, but that's a story in and of itself. And he would be, just wearing an undershirt, some shirt, and another little vest, and that's it. I would be wearing an undershirt, a shirt, a vest, a jacket, and another jacket on top of that, and I'd still be freezing. But if you touched him in that little clothes that he had, it felt like I had pressed my hand on a goddamn iron. It was so fucking hot. I don't know. I just don't know how he never got cold. He never got sick during winter. He loved the snow. He loved skiing. He loved everything. He never gets cold. It's just weird. He doesn't own a single winter jacket. He's only got like autumn jackets, which are leather and some that are mildly thick. And he wears those in winter, saying that, oh, it was hot outside today. I never hear him complain that it's cold. I just don't understand it. That man is literally has some liquid fire going on inside him. I think I've rambled quite enough about winter at this point. So I'm going to end myself here and say that if you enjoyed this video, that you should leave a like and subscribe. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow, where I'll be talking about another topic. I've been recently thinking of which topics I could talk about, and some of them have been this recent news on YouTube about a pedophile ring, Or I could be talking about another topic similar to winter, maybe another season and why it's awesome, but that'd probably be way too much. Or I could talk about some game. I'll figure out what I'll talk about. I can think of many things to talk about. So if you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.